We're going to do some cornrows today. So like on the other side, on short hair, we're going to do it on this side. We've got a part down the center. I've gone and made a part just to behind the ear. And then we're going to start at the top. We're going to do one where it is an inside braid and one where it's an outside braid. So because I have inside here, I did inside, outside, inside, outside. I'm going to do the same on this side. You can do half a head all inside, half a head all outside. So again, we want to have an invisible braid and a visible braid, whether you alternate or you do one on each side. I'm going to take my section, no bigger than a 1/2 inch. I'm going to go in and make the smallest little section. I want to comb that hair smooth. I'm going to divide that into 3, and I'm going to go make this a visible braid. So I'm going to go under to the middle and under to the middle. I'm going to pull it tight. I'm going to now take this one under to the middle, and I'm going to add in a little tiny bit of hair into the middle section. I'm going to take this under to the middle, and I'm going to add in a couple of little hairs into the center. I'm going to pull it tight. I'm going to take my outside piece, I'm going to add it into the middle. Again, I don't want to get ahead of myself, so I only want to add a couple little hairs at a time into the center. Every time I go, I'm going to pull this tight. I'm going to take this into the middle. I'm going to use my comb, just pick up a couple little hairs. I want to stay with the braid. I don't want to get ahead of it. I'm going to add that into the middle piece, pull it tight. I'm going to take this underneath, grab it to the middle, pick up, call it 2 little hairs. It's just a couple of strands just to lock that braid in, pull it to the center. I really want to pull this into the middle. I want to make sure when I'm adding hair, I don't get ahead of the braid, so the braid is right here. I only want to add the hair that is right where that braid is, not get ahead. If I grab hair from behind, my braid is not going to sit tight to the head. So I want to grab that, hook it in, pull it tight. I'm going to go under to the middle, keep going all the way until my parted section, so all the way, so my front hairline is going to have a nice headband of cornrows. And again, as tight as possible. I added a little bit of water, a little bit of gel, just so that on short hair I can really pull it in tight. I'm going to smooth that little bit. So again, under to the middle, add in a piece, under to the middle, add in a piece. You can use your comb, you can pick it up with your fingers, whatever works, but just a little bit at a time. So again, pick up a little tiny piece, smooth it out, pull it into the center. Under to the middle, I'm going to grab a little piece of hair on this side, smooth it out, put it into the middle. Under to the middle, add in a piece, smooth it out, pull it really tight. I'm going to go under to the middle. So each time I'm using my finger and kind of hooking it in there, I'm going to add it to my middle section. I'm going to go under to the middle, working right back to that part. I've got one more little piece to go, and then I want to pull it really tight. So again, keeping that tension on as I go, pulling that hair tight. I'm going to finish my braid off by going like this. If you have small elastics, you can use the small elastic. If you do not, you can go in and cushion that hair. Just cushion it and it will stay. That's what I did on this side. But if you have little dental elastics, they work as well. So they're really, really tiny. Wrap it around the hair and then get that hair to stay. And then you can kind of spike out your ends a little bit. Let them dry by just fluffing them off a little bit. Okay, so that one is your visible braid. You can see the hair is underneath. The braid is popping on top. This is what, when you're doing cornrow extensions, they want that braid so they can get in and sew, get that hair tight to the scalp. We're going to now do an invisible braid. So this is going to be another 1/2 inch section. If I need to clip this hair out of the way, I want to make sure I keep nice clean parts so that when I'm finished, it looks nice and neat. There's not hair pulling from one side to the other. I'm going to grab my small section. So again, I'm going to break it up into 3, but this time I'm going to go and I'm going to go over to the middle because I want it to be invisible. So I'm going to tuck the braid in. I'm going to go over to the middle, over to the middle. I'm going to go over to the middle, add a little piece. I'm going to go over to the middle, add tiny little piece. So again, it's not a lot of hair. I want to keep with the braid. I'm going to cross over, and then I want to add to my middle section. So there I'm putting it in with my middle. I'm back to 3, cross over. I want to add just that little bit of hair, pull tight, I'm going to cross over to the middle, add some hair into the center, and keep going until I reach that back parting. Again, every time using your tail comb or your fingers. Some people with long fingernails, they can use their nails to part. Crisscross over. So everything is pick up a piece, add it to that middle section. I'm going to pull it tight. I want to cross it over. Then I'm going to pick up a piece of hair, and I want to add that little bit of hair into my middle section. Back to 3. I'm going to cross it over, pick up a little bit of hair, add it to my middle section, and I'm back to 3. I'm going to cross it over, pick up a little bit of hair, cross it over, pick up a little bit of hair, and cross it over. So you're going to do that front hairline, both sides. So you have a choice of alternating. You can have, so I just cushioned that to lock it in if you don't have elastics. This is your visible, it pops out. So under, under, under. This is your invisible, over, over, over. So you can alternate, or you can do one side all one way, one side on the other, all the other way. So half visible, half invisible, or alternating rows. When you're done, take a picture of the front and then the completed sides, and then post.